Hi, my name is Tony, and this is going to be 4 Rouge Sheriff deputies from the city of Industry broke in my house at 8:30 at night on September 23rd and threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave my home. That's a really long title. I'll adjust it, but forgive me because I have really bad anxiety. This is very hard for me to do, but this is portions of I married a white guy. Now, I married a white guy. Now, 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. I'm kind of in part 7, part 8 of that. But as events unfold, these people become more brazen and more brazen. And they keep on doing more things to violate my civil rights. And so, again, I am documenting my what has happened to me, my experience with the LA family court system. 3 racist judges have been maligning me brazenly. It started with Judge Sarah Heidel. This is Judge Sarah Heidel. She's a racist judge who has been a judge sitting on the bench for less than 24 months. She had been on the bench maybe 16, 18 months when she first took my case. Previously, she worked in fraud as a DA or assistant DA. Okay, so and I'm telling you this because I'm showing you how the white power structure is in control and how they have no morals, no ethics, and for lack of better words, they hate black people. This is showing you how much people in authority hate black people and the length they will go to violate us. Okay, so it all started with Judge Sarah Heidel, and I strongly believe that she was the one that sent these sheriff's deputies to my home. I'm going to tell you what had happened after. This is to me. I did this separately because it's a lot involved in this. So I thought it was necessary to do them breaking in my house. They broke in my house through the back door on September 23rd around 8:30, 8:15, 8:20 at night. I know what time it was because I was on the phone with someone and I checked my phone log because I hung up from them when I heard them banging on my door. At any rate, so again, if you don't know about this, you want to check out the other videos. I married a white guy. Now 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. And this is going to be a separate video, me detailing what has happened since they broke in my house. I'm going to discuss me reporting them, the different governmental agencies I reported them to, and what has happened thus far. Them breaking in my house was a crime. They broke in my house 8:30 at night and threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave. Okay, so there again is 3 judges, Judge Sarah Heidel, racist Judge Sarah Heidel, her boss, Judge, I call him Grand Dragon Lawrence Riff, Grand Dragon Lawrence Riff, and then they gave this to this one guy, this one judge. I don't know why I have remorse for this man because I can't believe he did this to me. This is a Japanese judge, Judge Bruce Awasaki. Bruce Awasaki. This man works for legal aid. And see, I gotta be calm because this is really hurtful to me. Because to poor minority people, it's not, and you know what? This is about being black, but what I keep trying to tell y'all, when they go through these lengths to harm a black person, that's poor ethics, that's poor character. And these are not the people you want to be a judge. A judge is a lot of authority, and they have a lot of immunity, and that's one of the things that I am detailing and documenting because we need to change the laws. These judges can't have this kind of authority, and if they do, it needs to be a separate entity to police them, a separate entity that does not have a vested interest in them. As this unfolds and I share information with you people about the names and the people, I'm hoping you guys will comment and tell me who they are and who they have associations with. Because this Judge Sarah Heidel, this is a racist, brazen witch. This lady maligned me for no reason. When I'm married to a wealthy white guy, he had nothing to lose. She maligned me because I'm black. And this lady was a judge for less than 12, 14 months when she started doing this to me. Currently, she's still doing stuff to me. I don't want to talk about it. I'm out of my home. I've tried multiple times to file an ex parte to get back in my house. And she and the court clerk, the supervisor, he's a supervisor of the court. His name is Antoro Quintero. He's a party to this. So, again, what this is demonstrating is how the corruption in the judicial system and how as America is founded on checks and balances. And I'm showing you how the different departments are working in concert to break the law, to violate my civil rights. And so again, I tell you this, they kill black people in broad daylight without consequence because they know that these are the people they're going to go before. And when I tell you about this, and we put it all together, and you watch everything, this is like a soap opera. This is like a full season of a soap opera. When you look at everything that I tell you, and you watch the videos, you see the length that they go to malign me. I'm a black woman who was married to a white man for 20 years. I sustained a back injury and suffered from chronic pain for 10, 12 years while being in an abusive relationship with a man. One part of what initiated when I went to the court for spousal support, I told her he was an abusive alcoholic. The guy I'm married to was an abusive alcoholic. I submitted letters and cards dating back to 1993 with him apologizing, he admitting wrongdoing. But she didn't care. Because you're talking about, I don't know what y'all, everybody mad about Black Lives Matter. I don't get into the politics of that. Black Lives Matter is relevant to me because Black Lives Matter made people recognize Black Lives Matter. But what I'm demonstrating to you is how these racist people don't value black people. And again, for lack of a better word, it's saying that they hate us. Everything they doing to me, this is hate. They hate me because I'm black. This guy I'm married to makes $180,000. He grew up wealthy. Since as long as I can remember, we have gotten a gift for them every December from his parents, between $25,000 and $50,000. He's gifted annually what people make. Okay? And yes, I lived with this privilege being married to this white person. And you might think, oh, that's great, but no. I lived, and he was abusive to me. He was extremely abusive to me. So let me get to and tell you about these people breaking in my house and what I've done to get justice. And I'm hoping you guys can help me get justice. This is my 4th time trying to do this video, you guys. I'm scared and I have real bad anxiety. So I'm going to try my best to go really slow and tell you guys what happened. But when I go to think about it, I go blank because it hurts. But it's certain things I want to tell you, okay? So it's 8:30 at night on September the 23rd. I'm on the phone with a friend, and I hear someone knocking on my door. It's 8:30 at night. I'm in my panties, so it's not anyone where I live, and people I associate with don't live in my area. So it wasn't. I didn't think about anything. It was anyone, and if anyone that probably wanted to talk to me would have called me or texted me, told me they were coming. So I thought it was a neighbor or it's just somebody that I wouldn't want to be bothered with. So I didn't answer the door, but they did. They were banging pretty hard because I told the person I was like someone's knocking on my door. Then I heard them break through my back kitchen door, the back kitchen door. It's a kitchen and it's a door that's in the backyard. They break through it. And I'm in my panties, so I tell the person, listen, I'm going to call you back. I said, someone's knocking on my door. I'll call you back. And I was whispering, so the person probably knew what was going on. I was like, listen, I'll call you back. Someone's at my door. And so I went to the bathroom. And so my bedroom is pretty huge. And it's a bathroom adjacent to the master bedroom. And the bathroom stall is a separate area. It's a door. You can go into the bathroom and close the door. So I'm in there and I put on my pants. I hear them walking through my house. They walk into my house like I'm a drug dealer. And the first thing came to my mind is Breonna Taylor. Okay? They walking through my house, talking to each other, communicating. I think the words they were saying was clear. Clear. I think they were communicating to each other. They were going through each room, confirming there was not a person in the room. They're walking through my house like I'm a drug dealer. They don't have no warrant. It's 8:30 at night. They don't have no business being in my house. Okay? I'm in the bathroom stall. He opens it. He says, come here, I want to talk to you. Joe, I'm like, this man's in my house. What's this man doing in my house? His name is Anthony Polito. And so, you guys, I'm an educated black woman. So I know what you can and cannot do. Okay? And in America, we have laws to protect us. Okay? And for the most part, the laws are fair if they're abide by it. Okay? This man had no business breaking in my house. I'm going to tell you all this, but I know this racist Judge Sarah Heidel sent these people to my house. And I think part of it, they were trying to get the evidence that I have against her. But I have my evidence against this racist devil. Anyway, so he walks in, so he tells me to come out the bathroom. And so I go to grab my phone. The phone's on the shelf, I go to grab it. He snatches my phone out of my hand and he puts it on the shelf. And then I'm like, bro, I'm going to grab my phone. I'm not a punk, y'all, okay? I'm not a punk. I'm a New Yorker from the streets of New York. I'm not a punk, okay? He puts my phone down, takes it out of my hand, and puts it down on the shelf. So I go to grab it. He gets in front of me. This is what he says to me. This is important, okay? He says to me, are you trying to attack a sheriff deputy? See, this is one reason why I left. This is how they lie on black people. And they malign and they deceive us. You watching this video, please watch Reignite Sandy Speaks, because I'm going to get justice. And I'm going to educate you on how to get justice. And I'm going to show America that the racial climate in America is so intense, that they hate black people so much that we need to be a protected class. They need to be updated civil rights laws that are clear, that speaks clearly about the abuse of African American people. Okay? So he says to me, are you trying to attack a sheriff deputy? And it's this little Mexican dude. And it's another Mexican man in my room. I don't know if he's Mexican. It's another, I think he's Latino sheriff in my room. Okay? It's another sheriff in there with him. Okay? I looked at him like, you don't want to do that with me. So he's trying to tell me that there's an order for me to vacate the home. Okay? And I stop here because I don't know how much to share with you. Okay? See, I don't know what to tell you guys. My husband did something. He did something called an ex parte. I think. I still don't know. Okay? And you'll understand why if you watch the other videos. Why I'm in the dark and why I don't know, because how they're maligning me. Okay? My husband did something. Okay? I don't know what it is because he did it in emergency. He wasn't an immense danger. This lady, Judge Sarah Heidel, she did something. But I don't know because it's called the ex parte. When an ex parte, I think the other party didn't have to be notified. I really don't know, you guys. But what I know is that it was illegal. Okay? What this video is about is how they broke in my house. And what they did to me. And how they threatened to arrest me. And I'm homeless. And how I'm trying to notify the proper authorities, and how I'm trying to get justice, and how I'm trying to file formal charges against these people. Okay? So he stands in front of me and says, are you trying to attack a sheriff deputy? And I look at him like, bro, you don't want to do that with me. Okay? And so I walk around the room. He's trying to tell me, because I think I'm going to try to get my other camera. Okay? Because I have another camera on the other dresser in my room. Because I've been doing these videos. And so he's telling me that I have to leave, that there's an order for me to leave my home. And so I said to him, well, what if I don't leave? He said, you'll get arrested. Okay? And so he has his paperwork. Okay, you guys? And I'm trying to decide on how I'm going to do this video. So I'm going to put the paperwork, okay, so he hands me this paperwork. Okay? And it's some bullshit paperwork. Okay? See, I don't know what to tell y'all. My husband is a wealthy white man with a sleazy lawyer. And they've been doing sleazy shit to me for 2 years. That's illegal. Like fake documents, lying. They've been doing all kind of shit. Okay? I know now what he did was illegal. And I'm going to tell you how I know. Okay? but I have a feeling this is wrong. They broke in my house, okay, at 8:30 at night, okay? I don't know for sure, but this man threatened to arrest me if I don't leave my home, okay? I have a black male tenant in my home. They have my tenant hemmed up in the hallway, wouldn't let him pass. Okay, I know that now because he told me this, okay? So he's like, I said, what if I don't want to leave? He says, well, you'll get arrested. He threatens to arrest me. So he has his paperwork. Okay, you guys, do I have the paperwork? No, he kept the paperwork. He just showed it to me. I don't have the paperwork. He kept the paperwork. Okay. And I want to talk to y'all about this paperwork, but that's not the focus. The paperwork is bullshit. Okay. Let me put the video in here and let me talk to you about this video. Okay. I want to tell you guys this, okay? Just a second. Okay, this is relevant to me because I am sharing this with you people on social media. This country is a country that is a democracy, and that means that it's ran by the people. And what happens is we have a belief system, and sometimes it's not the right belief system, and people lie and deceitful. Okay, it's the short of it is. But I want to tell you guys this. This person, I'm going to probably put this person in here. Her name is Lady_Dar. Okay, Lady_Dar 2214. Okay, this is what she says. You didn't read the paperwork because you were in an abusive relationship. Also, how do you get kicked out of the home you own? Who took you to court? Your story is not clear and it's not adding up. And thank you, Lady_Dar 2214. Please subscribe and pay attention and ask all the questions that you need to ask. I am a critical thinker, and part of this is to help me teach Black people to think critically. So you didn't read the paperwork because you were in an abusive relationship. And why I said that is that the day before I got something in the mail on September 22nd. Okay. And I no longer have it because they broke in my house. My husband told me he saw it on our office desk. I got something in the mail about an order from September, I think the 18th was on a Friday. They did something at ex parte, and I don't know what it was, okay? I didn't read it because I have a really bad anxiety. Okay, and I don't want to get too far for this, but this is paramount, Black people, is because one of the reasons why we are at such a disadvantage, because this affects our mental health, our mental well-being. As I sit here, my conscious mind is telling my unconscious mind to stay still. My heart is racing. It's tight. I feel nauseous. I feel my heart is speeding up. I got anxiety. Okay? And because I was in an abusive relationship with someone for a long time, I know what it feels like. Okay? And so let me say this to you. This is hard for me. And I keep pausing because Tony, is telling unconscious Coney that it's okay, that it hurts, but you got to push through, okay? And so to you, lady, underscore dar 2214, I got the paperwork and I knew they had did something, okay? I talked to an attorney and asked him what could be done and how much time I had. The main reason what they were trying to do, they're trying to take all my money. They've screwed me out of over $200,000 already. And what they keep on hitting me in the pocket because they want me to stop exposing them. Okay? Most people will say, oh, they keep messing up my money. If I keep doing this, they're going to mess up my money. I want you to follow Judge Sarah Heidel's racist.com. And I married a white guy, now 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. I want you to read the documents. If you email me and message me, I will send them to you. They're trying to starve me. The white power structure is in power, and they're able to wield their power because of that. Economically, they are doing much better than us. In the case of Kyle Rittenhouse, he went to a protest with a gun. 2 protesters felt threatened and tried to protect themselves, and he shot them. He murdered 2 people at a rally. Okay, and you guys, I know I go left, but because I need y'all to think about this. Okay, this man went to a rally with a gun. So what is his state of mind? What is his intentions? Okay, and I'm saying that part, but 2 white males bailed him out with $2 million. This is how much they hate black people, and how they're willing to protect white people who are fighting and trying to oppress black people. Okay? And where I'm going with this, what I'm saying to you is, they keep trying to mess with my money because they think that's going to scare me into submission. Yeah, you racist judges, you done screwed me out $200,000. Yep. But what you don't know is, I was married to a wealthy white boy for the past 20 years, and he gave me a lot of shit. I went on a lot of trips. I was able to gift and share my blessings with a lot of people. But I wasn't happy because I was in an abusive relationship. He made me feel invaluable. I suffered from back pain for 20 years, for 15 years, and he was nasty, rude to me. Okay, now, because I want to answer your questions, lady Dar2214. How do you get kicked out of your own home? Yeah, how do I get kicked out of my own home? It's my house, and they're trying to sell my house, and they may have sold my house without my authority. A house worth $1 million, and he's trying to sell below $1 million because part of the money's mine because they want to eat up my money. They want to leave me with nothing because I challenged them. If you go to Judge Sarah Heidel's a racist, or you watch the videos, I married a white guy and 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. I tell you, by the court date, May 3rd, 2019, is when I realized this lady's racist. Okay? So, to tell you something, Lady Dar2214, I filed a motion to have Judge Sarah Heidel removed from my case. And when you go back to, I married a white guy and 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. I haven't got to that part yet. I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to tell you how she tried to evade this motion to have her disqualified. Okay, it all started with that. And so, how did they kick you out of my home? The sheriff deputy came to my house. He told me he would arrest me if I didn't leave. I have a black male in my home. They were brazen enough to break in my house. They presented me with this bullshit paperwork. I left my home. I've tried. It's December the 7th. It's December the 7th. I've said some wrong dates and I realized that. It's December the 7th right now. Since November the 9th, I've been trying to file an ex parte to get back in my home. In my ex parte, I told Judge Sarah Heidel that they illegally came to my house and threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave. She 3 or 4 times they rejected my plea, my motion. A court supervisor, Arturo Quintero, lied to me, misled me. In previous videos, you see when I tried to file a motion to have her disqualified, he wouldn't accept my motion. So to you, lady _DAR 2214, they can't. They shouldn't have. I'm going to tell you more about that. Who took you to court? And your story is not clear and it's not adding up. Lady _DAR, please follow me on YouTube and ask questions, sweetheart. Ask those hard questions, okay? Because you know what? The truth don't change. You ask any question you want to ask, and I'm going to answer it because I'm going to show you this is how they hate black people. This is how they hate black people. This man makes $180,000 a year. Through the divorce, I've been starving. I've been suffering. He's been to Hawaii. He went to Europe. And where else, God knows what else he's done. So let me finish telling you guys. I want to answer that question, okay? I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to go to what I did after this, okay? After I left.
This is a proposed order. Mm-hmm. Okay, so where's it signed by the judge?
Right there, you just passed it.
And so no, but it wasn't entered. I just got it.
It got stamped by the court on the 18th.
And so
look, I understand you're upset.
I talked to my attorney. He told me what he told me was I sent him this because I didn't even look at it because I was in an abusive relationship. He told me how many days I had before what he could do.
And that you're gonna have to go to the court and deal with all that stuff, okay? All we're asking is you have a notice to vacate. Grab whatever little personal belongings.
This is a proposed order. Mm-hmm. Okay, so where's it signed by the judge?
Right there, you just passed it.
And so no, but it wasn't entered. I just got it.
It got stamped by the court on the 18th.
And so
look, I understand you're upset.
I talked to my attorney. He told me what he told me was I sent him this because I didn't even look at it because I was in an abusive relationship. He told me how many days I had before what he could do.
And that you're gonna have to go to the court and deal with all that stuff, okay? All we're asking is you have a notice to vacate. Grab whatever little personal belongings.
Okay, I'm a little sidetracked, but I want to tell you guys this. I want to go and tell you guys about the interaction with this police officer, the sheriff, Anthony Polito, because I want to tell you some stuff he said when he was in there. Okay, so he's like, he came in there, he was like, so what he was trying to do was trying to do an eviction. And that's not, I'm going to tell y'all, I knew when he was doing it, it was wrong. Okay, I had a suspect, but I don't know because the judge has done so much stuff to me. Okay, but I want to talk to you about what he did and how brazen he was when he was in there. Okay, so I grabbed my phone again. That's how I got this. When he wasn't near the phone or whatever, and I grabbed the phone and I turned it on. Okay, and I'm videotaping him, and so that's when I get the paper. I want to videotape the paper. They didn't give me this paperwork. This is what he had in his hand. Okay? Anyway, I grabbed some stuff to leave. And then I realized, you know what? I need my medication or something. I said, can I go back in? Let me tell you something. He didn't want to let me go back in my house. This is my house. Do y'all understand that this man threatened to arrest me and didn't want to let me back in my own home? I went back in the house to get, I think my medication or something. I went back to get my cord from my computer or something. And he acted real shady about letting me back in there. So he's in there with me. And I'm telling him about my husband. I'm like, bro, my husband's a wealthy white guy who makes $170,000, $180,000. I'm on food stamps. Okay? Then, because I want to tell you this. No, okay. I'm upset. And it is certain things that emotionally it's upsetting to me. This man's name is Anthony Polito. He's a Mexican guy. Okay? And I want to tell you guys this. I'm a New Yorker, and I lived in California for the past 20 years. Okay? And for people in LA who understand this, but people who don't live in LA, who live in New York won't get it. Okay? Unless you guys been here. I grew up in New York City, and New York City is very different. New York is more about social economic than it is race. Okay? We have I grew up with everybody. I grew up in the Bronx, and so we have I didn't grow up with a lot of Mexicans. I don't know if there's that many Mexicans in New York. Maybe there are now, but not when I was growing up, or not in my neighborhood. But we have Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, West Indians, okay? And let me say this to you, because I want to explain to you this Anthony Polito and his state of mind, okay? And his attitude, his psyche, okay? I want to say this because this is very important because I want people outside of California, New York to understand this. I grew up in New York, just like you guys got all bent out of shape about J-Lo saying she was black. How I grew up, Puerto Ricans were black. How we perceived them, they were black. We know they were Puerto Rican, they spoke Spanish, but how we perceived them, they were in our community and they were black. They just happened to be Puerto Rican. Like maybe you are black and you have West Indian, someone from Barbados or Belize. You know, they just happen to be Puerto Rican, Dominican. How we interact with them, we were the same. It wasn't like you better than me or I'm better than you. We're different or we're competing for this, competing to be at a certain status. And Mexican people, listen, I don't want to hurt you. And I'm not wanting to offend you, but I want to tell you the difference between California. I want to go into too many stories because I live in LA and when I moved here, it's one of the things that I noticed that were very different. LA has history of racial discrimination, okay? And Los Angeles, California, it's a lot of undocumented Mexican people, okay? Just like black people in house nigga. And I want to say this right, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I just want you to understand that this attitude is prevalent. I got into an argument with a pool guy who was wanting to vote for Trump, and he was illegal. This man was an illegal pool guy. I think my husband hired him, and after talking to him, I don't think he was legal. I don't think it was legal. My husband ended up firing him, but he supported Trump because it has to do with you valuing the white power structure, that you think these white people who have all this material items, success, wealth, nice homes, vacation. If you and I'm understanding what happens here, because this is not the climate in New York. Puerto Ricans aren't like this. A lot of Mexican people, they're made to feel like they don't belong here. They're afraid. Oftentimes they made to feel like they're less than. And black people are too. But this is something that I've noticed with Mexican people. So they champion white people. And I'm telling you this because what this man talked to me and what he said to me, I'm going to tell you what he said to me. Okay? And also, this is another thing between Mexican people and black people. And you guys, I'm not trying to start anything. Do not message me. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it, but be civil. Okay? This is my perception. This is what I noticed because I grew up in New York City and I grew up with Puerto Ricans. Like y'all come from Cardi B because she's an international star, because J-Lo's an international star. They know now that people question them about their ethnicity is because they are nation, like they're universal. In New York City, we're the same. You know, like Puerto Rican or Boricua, like, you know, like Fat Joe and what's my girl's name? Oh, what's her name? What's my name? Think she may conceited. Anyway, how I grew up, we was family. You know, we dated, we messed around, we was the same. We like the same music, we moved, we dressed, we were the same. California's not like that. What ends up happening in LA, especially if it's Mexican men who's a police officer, who's a sheriff, they're made to feel like they're nothing. Like they're beaners, wetbacks. Okay? And because they come here legally, they don't feel like they have the authority to speak out or fight for their rights or whatever, because just like they're maligning me, immigration or something would mess with them. And I'm telling you this because this was the mindset of this man, Anthony Polito. Okay? So this is what he says to me. I grab my bag. He says, "Oh, that's a nice bag. This is a Louis Vuitton bag my husband bought for me for Mother's Day 15 years ago. This thing is old. It's an old Louis Vuitton bag." He goes, "Oh, that's a nice bag." Envious. He goes, "Oh, that's a nice lamp. My home is nice. My home is valued at $1 million, so I think they sold it below, whatever they've done. I have a very nice house. I am a fashion girl, so I like beautiful aesthetic. My home is nice." Okay? And I'm saying this to you is because he looking at me like, "You black woman, how dare you, you're so lucky to live in this home." This is why he's comfortable breaking in my house. My home is very nice. When you see my house, you're like, damn, your house is big. My house is 3,000 square feet in a nice neighborhood. And when this man broke in my house, I knew he was breaking. He knew he was breaking into a black woman's house. He wouldn't have broken no white person's house like this. Okay? So, I'm telling you this because he goes, I'm white. He says, we're talking when I'm getting my stuff. He goes, I'm white because I'm telling him about my husband. And he's abusive. And he's an alcoholic, right? He tells me, he goes, well, I like black girls. I don't like skinny white girls. I like black girls. This is the sheriff talking to me while I'm getting my stuff. Okay? Then he says, I'm white. And I'm looking at him like, what? And I'm not sure because he could be white, but he don't look white, okay? I'm from New York, and it's different. How we perceive different races and different ethnic groups is very different than here, okay? California is you black, white, Mexican, Asian. That's it. Split. This British dude told me when he came here, he was like, LA is very different. He says, when I go in a restaurant, it's everyone separated. That's how he identified it. And I was embarrassed to say that, but that's what it is. Like, there is a competitiveness between black people and Mexican. And let me explain that to you. Because we are all seen as second-class citizens, inferior to white people. So somehow, and this is not all Mexican people, please don't take this wrong, okay? They feel, a black girl told me this when I first moved here. They feel in competition with us. Like, who's below? Like, is the niggas below or is the Mexicans below? You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying this to you because this is how this man talked to me. He was hitting on me, told me I don't like, because you know I'm going through a divorce. He knows, he goes, I like black girls. I don't like skinny white girls. Then when he told me he was white, really threw me because I kind of believed him, but I wasn't sure. I'm saying that because later on, I talked to him on the phone. And I asked him what he is. And he kind of is not really comfortable saying to me. And maybe he said he was uncomfortable saying to me because he knew he had told me he was white. I didn't know what he was. White is European. Spanish could be white, European. So, you know, how you classify white, I don't know. But I'm saying this to you. He told me he was a white man when we were in my room. And I was like, what? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he's not a white man. His name is Anthony Polito, and he later told me he was Mexican. He's in my room talking to me crazy, getting fresh with me. When I left my stuff, another one of the little sheriffs, who was also Mexican, tried to hit on me and said, I'm single. They evict me from my house at nighttime, illegally during COVID, and they trying to hit on me. Okay? So what ends up happening is I left with my stuff. I grabbed some stuff. I didn't leave wherever. I grabbed some stuff and I left. And I knew it was illegal. And it took me a while to get my bearings because I had been through so much. Okay? I gotta stay focused. I don't want to talk about the other stuff. But if you go and you watch the other videos, you'll see why I'm having anxiety because everything they did to me. I talked to an attorney today, and every time I talk to attorneys, they be like, how did this happen to you? I'm black. So this is what happens, okay? My home is in Hacienda Heights. The sheriff department is city of industry, okay? My divorce is being held in Pomona, okay? My husband went and filed in Pomona because they have history for being racist, and he knows his judge. This is what happens. So around about, because in my notes I have on September the 30th. So a week later, I think on a Friday, because this happened. They did this on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and a week later, about a week later, because I have September the 30th. In my mind, I think it was on a Friday, but I have September the 30th, so I'm not sure, but I have my notes. And my phone records are going to show. So what I'm doing is I need to call and get police record of them breaking in my house. Okay? Of them supposedly doing an eviction. So I called the city of industry. Okay? And you know what? I'm going to put their phone number on here for you guys. I called the city of industry to find out what happened. I get this sheriff, and it's like a black woman. Her name is Cole. I get her on the phone, and she types it in. She goes, oh, I don't have anything with your address on there. Okay? I'm like, wait, what? So we don't have your address on. I'm like, well, if they broke in my house, and evicted me, shouldn't it be a police record? She goes, no, ma'am, maybe it was a different department. I'm telling you guys this because to attorneys, lawyers, people investigating this, I'm telling you to the best of my recollection what happened because I want, the truth don't change, okay? And so I'm telling you this because you know the law and what was supposed to be done and how it should have been handled, okay? So she's like, I'm telling her, I know it's this judge. So I start telling her about the judge. I'm rambling, okay, you guys? I'm telling her about the judge. She said, well, you know what? Go back to she should go over to the department. She should go to the station and talk to the I think she said desk sergeant. So I went there, and to you, sergeant, the person I spoke to, lieutenant, whoever you are, I have it in my black notebook, and you know I wrote down your name, and I haven't been able to find that piece of paper that I wrote your name on, but it's here somewhere. And his name started with an M. I remember this. So I went in there and I talked to he was supposed to be there. So I called to find out, to get a report of them breaking in my house. Okay? If they came to my home and did something illegal, it should have been a police report. She tells me with the address I gave her, 15695 Tetley, that there's no record of anything. So she sends me to the station and tells me to talk to I think it's called the desk sergeant, whoever's on duty. So I go there, and this officer, he's real quiet. He's real very, what's the word I should use? Precise or careful in his engaging with me. Okay? I tell him what's happening. His name started with an M. This is what he told me, because what I'm trying to identify, oh, you know what it is? I need to get some of my stuff. This Anthony Polito told us to call him when I wanted to come back and get some stuff. This is how brazen this man was. Okay? I don't have pennies. I don't have underwear. I don't have anything. So I wanted to find out. I want to get a report for my records, and I wanted to get back and get stuff out of my house, some stuff out of my home. And so this desk sergeant, who's ever the desk sergeant, and I have to go back to my notes, my phone records will confirm what day this was, and the time that I called. I want to say it was a Friday or a Saturday. For some reason, I believe it was a Friday or a Saturday. But I have September the 30th on my paper. I go to the station, and he says to me that he didn't know what department it was. He didn't know the sheriff that did this. I explained to him I'm going through the divorce. This is what he told me. He said that there's city of industry sheriffs assigned to the court in Pomona. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, because I'm telling him about this judge. And what I think, low-key, good sheriffs, they don't want to throw their people, they don't want, okay, if you got to have your co-workers back, right? You don't want to undermine or throw your partner under the bus. But these sheriff's deputies are sheriffs and police they have terrible credibility in America. Some of these people are sheriffs and police officers for good reasons, because they really want to be good. Okay? So I don't know if this man is lying to me, deceiving me, or he's leading me to the truth. Because what he told me was there are certain sheriff deputies assigned to the court in Pomona. Okay? Follow that, because I need to move on, but I'm going to tell you what happens, okay? So I think I come back and I start calling around. Okay? This is what he said. City of Industry Sheriffs were the one that did this. If it was an eviction, it's a crew called the Levy Crew. Levy Crew's in West Covina. West Covina, if y'all don't know, West Covina is the city. If you guys seen that video where that black guy was going to the store, Savon and Vons, and they accused him of stealing, and that racist manager at the Walgreens calls the sheriffs and tell him to make the man leave because he was supposed to be stealing in Vons, and then he goes and get the Vons lady and said, no, it wasn't him. This is West Coast. He was not familiar. The guy in that video. If you guys find that video, because I'm going to use that video in my Reunite Sandy Speaks. That's West Covina. And I want to talk about that because that video, that sheriff sitting there lying. Okay? I don't want to let me stay focused. So I want to give y'all context as to where this stuff is happening and what happened. So they tell me the levy crew is in West Covina. So it's different sheriff's department in my area. It's West Covina, it's City of Industry, and I guess Pomona has a sheriff department too. What this guy tells me is that, and I'm just thinking he's trying to lead me to the right place. Because what he said don't really make sense, or maybe it does. He says that there's sheriff's deputies that are assigned to the court. And he might have been telling me the truth. Because this man came to my house because of this judge. Okay? This judge sent him to my house because she didn't want me to have my evidence. She thought I was going to bring my evidence with me. So I call West Covina. So I call West Covina. Let me get to it. So I call West Covina. And I get this lady named Delia. Am I saying this right? Delia. I don't know if this is a deputy or officer. The difference between a deputy and an officer is a deputy has been, they can carry a gun and they have a different status. When the person answers the phone, I think it's the officer. Officer Delia, Delia. She goes, I told her what happened. She goes, man, we don't come out at night. No one comes to your house at night. So she gives me these supervisors' names. Elena Mercado, Mercodo, and Rosario Valila, Rosiaro, Rosario Valila, Ville. And I think I'm spelling it right because when I wrote it down, I probably asked for correct spelling. They gave me this number, 909-620-3230. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find out, get a report of them breaking in my house. I knew, again, that this wasn't right, okay? I suspected it. When I talked to the attorney that told me about everything, he says, no, they didn't do that right. They were supposed to get rid of possession. Okay, no, what he said, they didn't do it right. I'm going to keep on telling y'all this, okay? So I called Rosario Villela and Elena Mercado. Rosario was talking crazy. She didn't make any sense. She goes, no, she was just talking. She was talking really fast and she didn't make any sense to me. I kept calling around. And this is when I got someone named Angie Wong. And Angie Wong, if you're watching this video, I'm telling everybody about this. Because when we want to point out the bad people, we want to point out the good people who got integrity. Okay, this hurts my feelings because we are all down in the sheriff's department. And just like when you can't paint everybody with one stroke. Okay, this lady named, and this lady, she's Chinese or Asian American. She has an accent. Okay, this hurts my heart because this woman came to America and became a citizen. And she valued our laws and the truth. Okay? Angie Wong, a supervisor in Pomona Sheriff's Department, she told me the truth. She said, no, ma'am, that's not, they weren't supposed to break in your house at 8:30 at night. They in order for them to do, if your husband took possession of the home, he has to do a writ of possession. And he told me everything he had to do. That they come and they put a notice on your door and they give you 5 days to leave. And the attorney I talked to, that's what he was telling me about. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but what he was supposed to do is get a writ of possession, and it probably would have took him weeks to do it. Okay? But instead, and if this was legal, if it was through the court, then it would have gave me time to find shelter, to file something back in court. They have evicted me. And I don't want to use the word eviction because the eviction sounds like it was legal. They came in my house, threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave my home. That's a crime. Okay, so I want to tell you guys everything. Then I called the court with this Judge Sarah Heidel. And Hill was the one. Hill is, okay, me and Hill got a love-hate relationship. Hill is a black bailiff that is assigned to this racist Judge Sarah Heidel. And me and Mr. Hill got a love-hate because I love black people. And I told you, Hill, I love you. And regardless of what they make you do, you know I'm going to love you, Hill, because you black like me, brother. And I know you're trying to swim. I know what they do this to me, I know what they'll do to you, brother. So I called Hill and, wait a minute, something's happening here. I called Hill, and Hill was the one that told me it was West Covina where the levy crew was. That's the information that I got. And then I want to tell y'all this because I talked to a clerk there. And the clerk, it was a clerk who was temporary because Judge Sarah Heidel's clerk name is Dina. And you guys, I want to tell you who this clerk was named because I was trying to get information from him. And I told him what was happening. And he didn't want a piece of it. He probably was temporary clerking. And he told me that someone told him that I should have paperwork. No one gave me paperwork. The paperwork in the video was some bullshit paperwork. And they never gave me anything. Okay? So, I got to get to this. I got to finish telling you everything that occurred and what I've been trying to do to get justice. I want to tell you guys all this stuff. Oh, this is important. So let me tell you guys this part right here. I'm going to tell you this part. Wait a second. Okay, so let me tell you guys this is what happened. So, because I've tried, I have my notes, and and there's so much in here. I want to tell you guys exactly correctly. So what ends up happening is, this is what's very important. So I call the city of industry sheriff, because for some reason, I believe it's a city of industry. I think it's city of industry sheriff because that one desk sergeant told me that city of industry sheriffs are assigned to the Pomona court. Okay? They give me this woman named Lieutenant Gary. Lieutenant Geary. And you guys, I go on a tangent about this woman. This Judge Sarah Heidel, this racist woman. I get on the phone with Lieutenant Gary. And I tell Lieutenant Gary, listen, I know this racist judge had sent these sheriffs to my house. I said, ma'am, my husband is wealthy. His mother's going to die. He's going to be a millionaire. Okay? This is about a divorce and them trying to malign me because I'm a black woman and try to leave me with nothing. I said, this racist judge has involved so many people in this, okay? Arturo Quintero is the supervisor for the court clerk. I haven't got to this part, but I filed another motion to have her disqualified. Because I have no income, I get a waiver on subpoenas. I took the paperwork to the Pomona Sheriff, a sheriff named Shirley. Called me on my phone and told me to come back and get the paperwork. She called me on the phone, told me to come back to get the paperwork, and she whited out my motion. My motion is a motion to disqualify for racial bias, for misconduct. And it's called 170.1 or 0.2. They kept trying to make a 0.6 because they kept trying to say a 0.6 is a preemptive challenge and you only can do 60 days within your court being assigned to you. Okay, I'm going to tell you what she does. This racist judge gets the sheriff who's supposed to subpoena her to call me and come back and get the paperwork. Try to distract me and have me do something different with this. Okay, I'm saying this to you because I'm telling this Lieutenant Gary on the phone. I'm like, ma'am, let me tell you this, okay? This is a wealthy white judge. Because she's so brazen, her family, but I know just because she is brazen as she is, either she's sleeping with Judge Lawrence Riff, she has some connection, or her family does, because this lady is too brazen to have been a judge for less than 24 months. Okay? So I'm telling Lieutenant Gary, listen, ma'am, this is about my divorce. I was a good wife. They're supposed to pay me X number of dollars in spousal support. I'm not getting anything. They broke in my house and put me out in COVID illegally. I said, Lieutenant Gary, you don't want to get involved in this. I'm letting her know. This is a white woman, I believe, okay? So she goes, well, I'm going to send a deputy out. I'm going to send a car out here to talk to you. I hang up. Y'all, I'm scared. Something told me not to trust this lady. I tell her, I was like, you know what? I don't feel, I call, and all it should be recorded. When you call, it's beeping. Everything I'm saying should be evidence. Okay? I called back and I said, look, ma'am, I don't feel comfortable going. I'm crying like I'm a black woman and I'm scared. Your coworker done illegally had me move out of my home and threatened to arrest me. I don't feel comfortable meeting you, okay? Because at this time, I'm trying to get stuff in my house. They don't have a key to get in. I'm gonna tell you about that later. I have more evidence. The footage that I put on here is not all my evidence. I have more evidence. I'm filing my report. We're gonna see when they investigate. We're gonna see what they come back with. Okay? So this is the part I want to tell y'all. So she tells me she's gonna investigate, she's gonna call me back. She never calls back. I keep calling back. It's, you know, I have my notes and I don't know if it's all relevant. I want to tell you everything in the order of my notes and all the different nuances of what happened, because what I'm really trying to explain to you why I'm angry, and this is my perception because this is happening to me. Okay? To some of you, you might think that this is not even relevant, but I'm explaining to you all the different avenues that I tried and how all these different departments, instead of help me and tell the truth and follow the law, they all try to cover it up. At this point, the only person told the truth was this Angela Wong. Angela Wong is the only person that told me the truth, that was honest with me. Police and Sheriff's Department, it's their position, their job to support you, protect you. Okay? I'm not feeling protected. So let me tell you this. So I keep calling. And guess who answered the phone? The mother effer who broke in my house. He says, it's me. Remember me? And I was like, bro. He started talking real fast, y'all. Guess what he told me? He said Lieutenant Gary sent him in my house. Anthony Polito. There's recordings of all this, and I suspect my phone records are going to show. But just because I know how they move and how they rock, watch these phone records disappear. My phone bill is going to diminish. My phone bill is going to show who I called, how many times I called, and how long I talked. These calls are supposed to be recorded. Y'all, when he got on the phone, he started spilling his guts. That's when he told me his nationality, his whole full name, Anthony Polito. He told me how to spell it because I thought it was Polito. I was spelling it all wrong. So again, you guys, I called around trying to find out about them breaking in my house, illegally evicting me. Lieutenant Gary, because I told her I had video. And I should have knew. She's like, what video you got? What video? You got video? I said, they broke in my home. She's like, I got that. I said, what, you think I'm lying to you? She's like, I said, ma'am, they broke in my house. I'm sure the neighbors heard them breaking in my home. They broke my back door. They broke the door. They broke the lock. They broke in the back door. She said, you got video? Where's the video at? Where's the video? I've tweeted the Los Angeles City of Industry Sheriff. I've tweeted them multiple times. The Villanueva head sheriff. I've tweeted them. Nobody's responded. But you know what? I got to wrap this up real quick because I've got to go and I'm going to come back. But I want to tell you guys more stuff. So by this time, I know it's illegal, right, you guys? So I called the department where it's not internal affairs. It's like the people that you report Justice System of Integrity. I think it's called Justice System of Integrity, where you report them. Okay, let me tell you guys. I got this officer on the phone, and I have my dates. So I might be incorrect. I wrote down these dates because I want you guys to know who this woman was. I got on October the 2nd. Okay, 11:45. I called. I got some name by Officer Sergeant Castillo, Castillo. She refused to take my complaint. Okay? And I say that to you because when you go online and you try to file a complaint, one of the questions asks you, does anyone try to deter you or encourage you not to file a complaint? Sergeant Castillo, Castillo, about 11:45 on October the 2nd, and this number is Justice System of Integrity, I think is what it's called. She refused to take my report. I called back multiple times, and I got this Officer Serrano, Serrano. And the report number, you guys, is 255970. I'm going to leave the information at the end. I want you guys to call them and find out about the incident of Anthony Polito breaking in my home, and you guys help me get justice. Okay? I want to tell you some more about what I've done, okay? Okay, let me tell you guys where I'm at so far, because I know this is a lot of information. And again, what my intent is to detail my experience and what's happening and how difficult it is to get justice in America. When we're taxpayers and we pay all these individual agencies and entities to protect us and serve us and keep peace and equity and the challenge Black people have. Okay, this white man I'm married to had no problem with having a judge malign me for 2 years. He didn't have any problem with having 4 sheriff deputies break in my house illegally at 8:30 at night, putting their job on the line. But look, I want you to see how hard it is for me to get justice. So, I have a lot of information. I've got a lot of notes now, and I know it's a lot. I don't want to bore you, but I don't want this to. Again, this isn't about entertainment. This is me documenting the challenges, because ultimately the laws need to be changed. Ultimately, we need protection. Okay, and I'm telling you where I'm at today is different. I'm still homeless. I've been trying to file an ex parte for a month. It's December the 11th. Judge Sarah Heidel, as of December the 3rd, recused herself from the case. They sent my case back to Los Angeles. Today I'm going to file a stay because they're trying to sell my home below the market value, and they already done jipped me and cheated me out of hundreds of thousands of dollars already. Okay? So I'm going to tell you, so what I'm doing, them breaking in my house was illegal. And I'm trying to report it and tell people. Okay, so I've reported to that Justice, I guess it's called the Department of Justice, or look at my notes. I call it Internal Affairs, but for the Sheriff Department, I think it's called something different. It's called I've got it written down. I'm so sorry. Justice System of Integrity. So I told you I called them. Sergeant Castillo refused to take my complaint. Sergeant Serrano took my complaint. And I also called the Sheriff's Department, City of Industry, and I left multiple messages for the captain, Bobby Walsh. I'm going to put up his picture up here. Bobby Weish. Wyche. I left him multiple voicemails. He hasn't got back to me. And y'all see what he is, right? I'm not going to imply anything, but we're going to talk about Sandy Speaks. You go to Reunite Sandy Speaks. I'm behind on recording for that. I've got a lot of different topics I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the house nigger. I'm going to talk about the mental health of Black people. And I'm going to talk about how we're going to identify these people, how we're going to keep track of all these different entities and people in authority and government officers who are maligning Black people. Okay, so again, I called this gentleman Captain Bobby Weish, Wyche. I have yet to hear back from him. So then I attempted to go to the department headquarters. And I went to a place in Monterey Park, I think. And the gentleman there told me I was at the wrong place. This guy, I told him what was happening. He said that where I was at, I think it was in Monterey Park. Or Montclair, Montebello, somewhere. One of the cities. It was online where to go. I've been getting to run around as to where the headquarters is. I think it was in Montebello was where I went to. And because it said it was the headquarters online. And I got this guy, I'm gonna show you him. He was the guy at the gate, the sheriff. His name was B. Velasquez. I don't know if you can see this, but he wrote his name. Can't see. Maybe I'll put a picture in here. I'll take a picture and put it in here. He wrote his information on here. Oh, he can see it. He gave me the complaint number to call. That's the number that I called where I did my complaint. Where the I told you guys the complaint number previously. The complaint number is 255-970. That's the number I called for the Justice Department of Integrity. Then he told me to go to the headquarters. He gave me the address. He gave me 211 West Temple Street, Los Angeles, California, 20012. And And so I attempted to go here twice. I'm going to show you what happened. Okay.
Okay, again, I am going in here to file a formal complaint against the 4 sheriffs that broke in my house and threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave my home. I've had issues after issues trying to file a complaint with the sheriff's department. This is being black in America. Hi, I'm here to go to the sheriff's department.
Yeah, this is the Hall of Justice.
Okay, so I was told this is not. I'm going for the headquarters of the sheriff's department. Officer, are you a deputy or are you a sheriff?
No, I'm not a deputy.
Okay, so I was told by a gentleman at the headquarters in Monterey Park. He gave me this address. So I'm filing a formal complaint against 4 sheriffs who broke in my house. So
Okay.
is this not the headquarters of the sheriff's department?
No, this is the Hall of Justice.
Okay, so my understanding is this 112 Temple. So where's the sheriff's department since you work for the sheriff? So where's the headquarters at?
That's Sherman Block.
Excuse me?
Sherman Block?
Where's that? I don't know. I don't live in this area. So where's that?
Well, you have to look it up on Google Maps. Or on Google.
So this is not. So there's not a headquarters sheriff's department here. Because Officer Guerrero, I don't have the information with me. But the officer who gave me the information, he gave me his name, his phone number, and his badge number, and he told me to come here.
Okay, I could get a deputy.
That'd be wonderful.
Deputy Martinez, can you 911B at Spring Entrance?
So what do you mean Sherman Block? What is that? I don't understand. Is that close by?
Yeah, it's the building where the headquarters of the Sheriff's Department.
So I'm at the wrong place? I don't know. I don't live here. I live in Hacienda Heights.
Okay.
So I'm not from LA.
Yeah,
So-
it's still here in Los Angeles.
I know, and so the gentleman told me it was 112 Temple. I don't know. I came here twice. I came here. I think I have him on video telling me some crap. But anyway, all I want to do is file a formal complaint against 4 sheriff deputies who broke in my house.
How you doing, man?
She wants.
Yeah, now come over here so that way we're not in the doorway so people can come in and out. How you doing? You came the other day. I spoke to you the night.
Yeah, you did.
We don't take complaints here. I told you.
Okay, so where do I need to go?
We can give you a form.
No, sir. What the
Hold on. Let me
officer?
tell
You know
you
what? I
something.
don't have. No, sir. You know what? You don't need to touch me. Okay. I actually didn't bring the information, but a sheriff from Monterey Park wrote down the phone number and the information and told me. So no, sir. 4 deputies broke in my home. I am here to file a formal complaint. This gentleman told me Sherman Block. It's fine. I have the DA's email. I'm filing the complaint with the DA either way. Okay, I'm just showing America how hard it is for black people to get justice. That's why they were comfortable breaking in my home. 4 sheriff deputies, and they were not even smart enough. I have them on video. They broke in my house on September the 23rd. No problem, bro.
Yeah.
They broke in my house on September the 23rd. Threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave. I'm a black woman who's married to a wealthy white man. And he went to the sheriff's department. I don't know what he did or how he did it. I know when they were doing it, it was illegal. Then they were dumb enough to let me get them on video. So what I'm here to do is file a formal complaint.
Okay.
I was told, and I hate that I didn't get the information. I went to the Monterey Park area headquarters. The gentleman told me to come to 112 Temple, and this is the headquarters. This is where I filed my complaint.
Okay.
He told me somewhere about Sherman Block. Where's the sheriff's department? Because all I want to do, you know what? I don't expect anything because I know what it is to be black in America. This is what my whole life. I've lost $200,000 in my divorce because being black in America is more important than the $200,000. I have integrity. So what I'm doing is I'm showing America how hard it is to be black in America. Why sheriff's deputies have no problem with monopolizing black people. So all I want to do is file my complaint.
Okay. And my partner's gonna get you that form so you can do
No,
that.
a form. No, I don't want a form. What do you mean a form? What would I do with a form?
Well, you want to file a complaint. What do you mean?
I want to go to the sheriff's department and file a complaint in person.
That's what you're doing now.
What station? What station?
It was, you know what? I don't even want to speak to that. Again, okay. So what you're telling me, the gentleman who gave me his badge number, his information at Monterey Park, he gave me the wrong information.
I don't know what information he gave you.
He told me to come to 112
Yes.
Temple to file my complaint.
This isn't 112 Temple. This
It's
is
211 West Temple.
Okay, so where's the sheriff's department? I'll take that, but where's the sheriff's department? I want to go to the sheriff's
What do you mean
department.
by the sheriff's department?
Yeah, I mean,
So y'all don't have a
I'm
headquarters?
asking you, where do you live so we could get? Okay.
No,
so,
it's not where I live. Where I live is where the sheriff's deputies
Well, yeah, where did that
Yeah,
happen?
so you have to go.
Where I live, and let me try again. Because what happens is they don't understand. I am an educated black woman.
Okay, so-
I've been married to a wealthy white
Okay.
man for 20
Well,
years,
let me speak,
and he
ma'am.
is successful because I am bright. You
Ma'am,
must,
let me speak, please.
No.
So if you live in the industry, you could file a complaint with the industry captain or the watch commander.
Yes.
okay, so
And that
let-
will take care of the deputies that actually went to your house. You will be directly in charge of starting an investigation with the deputies that went to your house. So if
Okay.
you live in industry, patrols Hacienda Heights and everything, you go to the watch commander that's on duty, and they will talk to you, and then you can file your complaint with them.
Okay, I just let you speak, so now my turn to
Yeah,
speak.
go ahead.
I already filed a complaint with Internal Affairs, and someone from your department, several lieutenants called my home trying to investigate. But again, I'm an educated black woman, so why would I have the department that violate me to investigate?
Well, it has to start there.
No, well, see, that's what's wrong with America. That's why it's corrupt. So again, and it's fine, sir. Do you? Because I'm showing America this is why it's so hard.
and that's
But
fine.
no, what you're saying is not correct. Why would I file a complaint with someone? And I want to enlighten you. When I called several
So
times.
you go in person.
I know. Let me tell you. Because see, what you don't know, because y'all keep thinking I'm a dumb black person. I do my due diligence. I called because I knew what they did was wrong. When you call, it's on video, it's on audio. The lieutenant who I called, who pretended like she didn't know what was going on, Anthony Polito, answered the phone, and he told me she was the one that told him to do it. So it's corruption in the whole department. So again, if you can tell me where I can locate, so this is not, is it 112 or 212? I'm not sure. I have it on my phone.
This is 211.
Okay, so I'm looking, so is the sheriff's department not located here?
We do have personnel here. It is one of the sheriff buildings.
Okay, so what I'm looking for is the sheriff's headquarters. And you're telling me that I can't come here and I can't file my complaint. Because that's what I'm here for.
No, you're
Yeah, we just gave you a
I want to come inside and speak to someone.
That's not the way it works. There's nobody in here to file a complaint.
So what would I do with this form?
Fill it out and turn it
Turn it into where?
in. To the station.
To what station?
any
Any
station. They want.
station.
Oh, so, and let me tell you, and just to let you know, I've been doing this for a very long time.
turn it in
What
here.
you want to do is you want to Google Judge Sarah Heidel is a racist, and then you'll know why I'm doing this. At any rate, I have lots of video.
Okay, can you cover your mouth?
I have no problem. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Until they put me out my home, I've been quarantined since March. See, that's the problem. My husband wants to sell our $1 million home, and he wanted people to come in there, and it's COVID. That's what started the problem. He didn't want to do it before it was safe with me, and because I was a black woman, he thought it was okay to have sheriff break in my house and threaten me to leave, to arrest me if I didn't leave. All he had to do was do a writ of possession, but because I'm black, he didn't think I had to follow the rules. What it was is the deputies, my husband didn't tell the deputies who he married. He didn't tell the deputies that he's married to an educated black woman, that he's executive, because I coached him on how to become an executive. So what I was told by the gentleman, I don't have the paper, I have it at home, at the Monterey Park, he told me if I had any complaints to come here, 112 Temple, and file my complaint. And you guys are telling me no.
No, you have the complaint form.
And I'm trying to speak to
Can't
someone.
believe it. It's only for
You know what?
employees
It's
only.
fine. I'm going to file my formal complaint with the DA, and thank God for the new DA. I'm just showing America why black people have so much trouble getting justice. Thank you much.
Okay, have a good day, man.
Okay, guys, I was wondering, I just watched that because that's me and the security guard got into it before. I'm not even gonna put that on here, but they kept giving me the runaround, and I was very much annoyed because I got tired of being jerked around. That location, like I've got to go there today in about an hour or two to file a temporary stay and ex parte again downtown. They keep moving my stuff, so again, they've been passing me around. Okay, they sent me back to Pomona. Now they sent me back to LA because I have no income. Going to Los Angeles, 30 miles from where I'm at, is a hardship for me. Parking's like $20. It's a hardship for me. I was annoyed because that was the second time I went there. I've got video of that security guard. He told me that I couldn't file there, so I came back the next day. And you see, they met me at the door. They wouldn't even let me in. And you know what? I made a mistake as to the number I was saying, because again, you guys, I do suffer from a post-concussion syndrome. Here's the paper. I'm going to put the information here. This is the paper the sheriff gave me. Remember, he kept saying 211 Temple. I was at 211 Temple. The young boy, the young security guard, he was going to tell me the truth. Okay? I'm going to put this up in here. This is the paper that the guy gave me, showing he told me where to go. Okay, so what I ended up doing is that I filled out the paperwork and I mailed it to the City of Industry. Let me look, because I've got the video of me mailing that form. You know what? I've got to find it, because I got a couple of copies of that form. Maybe you know what? I know I need to revamp Judge Sarah Heidel's Erasers. You guys are gonna have to give me a couple of weeks to get that updated. The Judge Sarah Heidel's Erasers, I am going to fix that and make it a little bit more user friendly and update everything. I think making these videos are more important because, again, I'm detailing, I'm documenting everything. So just give me a moment. I'm gonna find the video where I mailed the form he gave me. I mailed it to 3 different agencies. Oh yeah, I called the FBI. I got a video. I got audio of me calling the FBI. I'm not gonna add all this stuff to there. Maybe I'll tell you guys about it when I do the information on Judge Sarah Heidel's Erasers. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you all the multiple ways that I am trying to get justice. Oh yeah, I also sent something to the district attorney. I'm gonna add that email on here. The district attorney, I emailed them, then they tried to give me some BS. They tried to sit me back. This is what I was trying to say to them. You guys, I'm so sorry. I really have a hard time with this brain of mine. What I was trying to say to him was, why would I file a complaint with the same department that violated me? That's a conflict of interest. And I don't know if I already told you, they had someone from the City of Industry call me. That doesn't even make any sense. Okay, if you are reporting a department that violated you, I sat there and told you, Lieutenant Gary, pretend like she didn't know what I was talking about, and then Officer Sheriff Polito, the Deputy Polito, told me it was her that sent him. Okay, so let me update everything. My main thing right now, I'm showing you guys all that happened, and I hope. Listen back, because I feel like I know it's a lot. And I was really annoyed in the last video. I was so pissed. Okay, y'all see I was walking around trying to find the right place. Yeah, I was thinking about moving downtown once my house is up, but I'm not moving down there. There's a house down there. Trying to find parking. It is a bear. Anyway, so give me a second, because I gotta get my bearings and tell you guys where else I am right now. Okay.
Not allowed to take photo inside the building.
Oh, really? This
Only
is
the postmaster.
I'm videotaping to the sheriff, to the Department of Justice, and the FBI.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I gotta get ready because I've gotta put this stuff together for this ex parte. And so, so this whole video is about these 4 sheriff deputies breaking in my home at 8:30 at night on September 23rd and threatened to arrest me if I don't leave my home. They did it illegally. And all this long ass video is showing you how do I get justice. Okay, so they broke in my house. I left multiple messages with the Bobby Weish, the commander, I guess, the person in charge of City of Industry. I showed you where I mailed my complaint to these places. And I also emailed the district attorney. She tried to, the district attorney, whoever answered the district attorney's email, told me to try to send me back to the City of Industry. And I said, why would I go to the City of Industry when that would be a conflict of interest? So she gave me this email address. I'm going to post what she sent for me. What she sent me, what she emailed me, she told me to call the district attorney. This is shortly after the election, so the district attorney is changing. I'm not sure if he's already in office or already working. I'm going to find that out. But this is the email address. This is the number that they gave me. So if you guys can participate, leave a message, give me ideas on what to do. I'm hoping you guys can call and discuss the topic, Judge Sarah Heidel is a racist, or I married this black woman married I married a white guy and 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. You could say I'm calling about Anthony Polito breaking in this woman's home in Hacienda Heights illegally. I don't know. You know what, you guys? I'm sorry. I'm really having a hard time. This is a lot for me. And I'm working so hard to be calm, to be cool, to do this stuff expediently. And I'm having a really, really hard time because I'm under so much stress. And I'm going to talk about that on on Reignite Sandy Speaks. What I'm trying to say to you, because I know I sound crazy. I'm hyper 1 minute. My mood is elevated. This is what happens to black people. This is what stress does. Okay, anybody in a high stress situation is going to have these effects and these symptoms. And you know, to be quite honest with you, the reason why I know this, like right now, I'm getting excited. I keep demonstrating to you what and saying what's happening to me because I know what's happening to other people. Why? The main reason why I have a better handle on it, I was in an abusive relationship for 20 years with this man. And this man used to do all kind of shit to me. Okay, y'all? He used to be mean to me in the morning. I used to be in chronic pain. The day I got out of surgery, he attacked me in the hospital. Okay? And what I'm saying to you is, when someone's under stress, I want to say it's normal. Probably normal would be the proper word for someone to demonstrate or to display attitudes and behaviors like I have. Like I'm so delayed. I have a lot going on in my mind. My mood is up and down. I'm going through a lot, you know? And like part of me is like, once it's shut down, it's like, fuck it. Like, I can't do this no more. You know, that's what really is going on. Like, bro, I can't do this no more. But here's the thing. This is why they do this to black people. And bro, if you're watching this and you don't have any kind of accountability or ownership, when I say accountability, it's like, this is how I am with this. Because I have a whole lot of pride, and I love me, and I love black people, and I know the strength and the assets and the value that we have. I know we're good people. I know we're tenacious. I know that, you know, all the good things that are about that are characterized by black people. Okay, but and this is really, and I don't know if this is the ego. In America, we're getting our ass kicked. This is what they're doing to us. They're shooting us in the back at a domestic violence call. When a man's getting in his car, you shoot him in the back. They're putting their knees on our necks and killing us. They're coming in our home when we're sleeping and shooting at us. And this is what I'm saying. If you're looking at them like, they're doing this to us, yeah. But so what do? Do you lay down and let it happen? Or do you fight back? Because here's the thing, and again, what I have concerns about, if you're looking at me like, damn, this is kind of fucked up what's happened to this lady, this is the thing that I need you to understand. If you have any questions about anything, ask me. This is happening because I'm black. This is happening, period, because I'm a black woman who was married to a white man. My white wealthy husband has the resources and the monies to navigate better than me. That's why California Family Code, Civil Code 2030 says in a divorce, the court shall ensure that the disparaging party has a counsel. Judge Sarah Heidel didn't do that. She sabotaged my efforts. And when I continue to speak on it, evoke my civil rights, they got their knee on my neck like I am George Floyd. They trying to annihilate me. They trying to stop me from breathing. Do you understand that? And again, if you're looking at me like, damn, I feel sorry for that girl. Bro, this is happening to me because I'm black. And if you're black and you think you're isolated from this, if you think you're immune to this, you're not immune to this. This could happen to anyone, to anybody. You saw what happened with the guy, the basketball owner, and the cop pushed him. This, and I want to say I don't want you to get angry, but of course you're going to get angry. But what we have to do is operate strategically, intelligently. We need to work towards changing the laws, making sure that there are penalties for things of this nature that happen to black people. Again, I want black people to be classified as a protected class. If you're a black person who has a whole lot of integrity, has a whole lot of pride, like I don't want to be isolated or given pity or like affirmative action, you don't want any special treatment, bro, I get that 100%. Okay? I have a whole lot of pride. Okay? And I don't want people to think less of me or have pity for me. But this is about being realistic. Realistic, and we are a very small portion of the United States. We are a minority. We are a minority that were brought here to be slaves. American history has a history of maligning, killing, murdering us. And I'm saying to you, at some point it has to stop. I'm doing this, I'm showing this. They don't sit my case to some new judge who gonna fuck me too. And I know it. But I want you to see this. And I want you to help me change this. Help me say, yo, you can't do this to this black lady. I'm black and I'm not with it. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a black person, bro, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you. But if you're a black person and you're seeing me and you watch these videos and you saw the shit they did to me. I talked to a girl, she's like a filmmaker. And like a lot of my friends, close friends, people in my group, I don't even talk to them about this because I don't want them to have pity for me. This is not, I want you to have remorse for me and have empathy for me, but I want you to say, I want you to look at me like, that could be me. I want you to look at me like, this is my black sister. You understand? Because, again, I need you to understand that it can happen to you. And if you're the person that just sees these videos and not react and not have any kind of emotional feeling or any action towards getting justice, I need you to change how you think and how you feel, bro. This is not reenact Sandy speak, but I'm going to address it. I'm dealing with this damn divorce and these people trying to sell my house from under me, lower than the property value, so because they done screwed me, bro. Yo, I'm laughing, but they fucked me. Like, they did some horrible shit to me. And I'm gonna post the documents on Judge Sarah Heidel's erasers. It's just a lot. Sometimes I just can't. I have to stop. I have to like chill. So listen, I'm gonna post this email from the district attorney. If y'all want to call them, or if y'all have any suggestions, this is gonna be the first video, very first long ass video. What should I title it? 4 rogue sheriffs broke in my house and threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave my home, and now I'm homeless? Yo. And I know I'm laughing. I know you're like, why is she laughing? And I know it's not funny. I know I should be sad and I should be hurting. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I cry in the shower. Sometimes I lay in bed and I'm like, why is this happening to me? But then I realize, because y'all don't know, this man I was married to was fucked up. He was dirty to me. I just be laying in bed in pain. He would walk by me in the morning like I wasn't even there. When I had my surgery, I would sleep. He closed the damn the potty, like the thing you pee in. I forgot what you call it. He closed it. I couldn't get out of bed. I had a problem getting out of bed. I had a walker. So trying to get out of bed, open it, he closed the I forgot what's called, the little portable toilet. When I was asleep, he left in the morning. I woke up, he closed it. My son came, was like, Mom, instead of emptying my pee and cleaning, the man I was married to for 20 years, I raised his children, okay? I just had back surgery. I wake up, And I can't, and I just remember because I had a hard time trying to get in and pee and open it because I had back surgery. This is the shit he did to me. And I'm saying this because that's why I have the endurance. Because I've been dealing with a lot of shit with this man my whole life. And you might be saying, well, why'd you stay? And you could say that. You could say how dumb I was, how long I was there for a long time. I have a lot of tenacity. I was trying to make my marriage work. My husband is an alcoholic. He's a highly functioning alcoholic, and I have experience with alcoholism in my family. So I was trying to be patient with him. He would have moments of sobriety, and when he was lucid, I call him lucid in his name. When he would be good. Sometimes he would get in his face, but he would really just do really shitty things to me. And he would have remorse. And so he would he'd buy me stuff, or he'd take me somewhere. Or he'd be really nice, or he'd cook me food. If you've been married, you've been what I'm saying, I don't think is uncommon. Men and women are in relationships, and I'm not trying to paint every man the same way, but yeah, men have the tendency sometimes to be mean to women and uncaring of our emotional state. And that's what I went through for 20-something years. I don't know if I told you. I don't know what I said when I'm telling you about the case. I submitted documents from back into 1993 where this man is apologizing to me. And they found me in a divorce as the abuser. That was them retaliating for me trying to have Judge Sarah Heidel removed. That was them retaliating. It was hideous and egregious what they did to me. This Bruce Owaski. Yeah, anyway, you guys, I'm going to close this up. So they broke in my house. I'm homeless. And now I'm trying to get justice. And I'm trying to make these guys pay. What I'll end up doing probably is calling them on video. Let you see what happens. I'll probably call around and follow up. But if you guys have any suggestions or anything you want to add to this, help me with, please do. I need help. I'm not afraid to ask for help. I need help. And bro, if you need help with something, don't be afraid to ask me. Because look, I'm a ride or die. When I tell you I show up for you, I will show up for you. Okay? So anyway, thank you for listening, okay? And please help me out. Please try to help me get justice. And call these 4 Rouge Sheriffs on the carpet for breaking in my home, threatening for me to leave my house during a COVID pandemic. Thanks, you guys.